everyone, welcome back to my channel. And in this video, let's do a video about your future child. Now, this video is about the character of your future child. Is not about whether it's going to be a boy or a girl. And someone at the comments suggested for me that I will do this video, so I thought it was a good idea. So I'm going to shuffle those cards and you are going to pick a number, of course, from 1 till 4. I will just tell you the character of the child, of your future child, and let's see who your future child will be. So just focus on a number from 1 till 4. So this is 1, this is 2, 3, and 4. So number 1. Your future child is the Page of Swords, and that means that this child is going to be very intelligent, very smart, very communicative. But overall, those are children who are a bit sad in their life because they are very smart, they mature very fast, and sometimes they can have these melancholic tendencies in their personality. This child can be very articulate, he can communicate very well, as I said, he can be very good student, he will have sharp intellect. Usually I don't like to stick on this astrological situation. Some people will say to you that this is a card of air signs, Libra, Aquarius, and Geminis, but I usually don't use astrological themes in my card readings because it's not always correct. But overall, this child really needs special care. You really need to make sure that he will not have some traumatic experience. You really need to make sure that you will really take care of him, that like something bad will not happen in a way of, falling or receiving some injury, because this is more aggressive card than the others because of the swords. But overall, this is the most smartest child. He really needs to trust in people. You really need to make sure that he can trust you. Don't lie to that child. It's not a child that you can fool. He's very smart. Sometimes he can be a bit capricious, but not because like he wants something and he wants it right away. If he's angry, there is a reason why this child is angry. So you really need to pay attention to that. Overall, those are really great kids. They're very intelligent, smart. They know how to speak. I mean, you really need to be mature with that child. I mean, you need to show to that child that you respect and understand him, and you really need to respect his individuality, because those children have special talents. They are very, very intelligent, as I said already, and they are very talented. So you need to make sure that if he likes something, if he likes to read books, if he likes to do something, or he has some hobby, invest in that hobby and try to develop this skill in this child. Don't neglect it, because this is very important. So as I said, those children have many talents. They're very, very talented in a way of genius. Not like talented in a way of pentacles, of crafts, but those people are geniuses. They can be writers, directors, anything that they can have some sort of reward on their geniusity, basically. So you need to be very gentle with this child and to invest in his skills. So number 2, let's see who you picked. And this is the Page of Pentacles. This child is very, very healthy. This child is strong physically, he's healthy. He is not like ordinary or like special in a way of like Page of Swords. He is very grounded child. Also, you need to pay attention that this child will receive strict schedule. Not strict, but he needs to follow his schedule because he is enjoying that. Like waking up in the morning, he needs to go to school, then come back, then he needs to do homework, then he needs to have time for hobbies. He always needs to be occupied. He always needs to be busy because he can be very bored easily and he can be lazy, and you don't want that this child, this pentacle child, will deviate from his road. This is a very responsible, hardworking people. They are very mature and smart. They are very productive. So you need to make a good schedule for the child and don't neglect this child and let him be by himself. Do a schedule for this child. Also, try to always make him busy with activities, with sports, with anything. He needs to be busy. It's not a child that can invent games to himself. He really needs to be occupied and stimulated from others. You need to push him. You need to make sure that he will be occupied, because then he will be, as I said, lazy and will lose interest in his activities. Those type of children, as I said, they're very healthy, they're very grounded, and also make sure that he will be physically active, like play sports, because this is very, very important to these children. They really need to be physically active. So number 3, let's see what is for you. You have the Page of Wands, and the Page of Wands is a very creative child. It's different from the Page of Swords, as I said at the beginning. The Page of Swords is more intellectual, and the Page of Wands is more creative. So this child, you need to let him be free. He's very independent. He knows how to create games to himself. He can paint, he can write something. He's very creative, very intelligent. But if you will push your dominance or you will be strict with this child, it will be a difficult situation. You need to let him be individual and independent, because he will do things in his own way. You cannot control him. Of course, you can give him advice and bring him to the right path and to help him, but don't try to dominate. For instance, the Page of Pentacles really need some schedule. He really needs to be like put in some organization and schedule. It's really good for that child. But the Page of Wands needs to choose for himself, because he has fire in him and he will do the things that he wants to do, whether you're saying it's wrong or right. You need to let him get his independence. I mean, try not to control this child, because it will be difficult. He already very independent, so he's going to do things in his own way. As I said, you can advise, of course. I mean, try to be like a parent who is more like a friend, who is understanding the child, and not be so dominant and harsh and controlling. Because if you will be very controlling, he will get out of your control. This is the type of child that will go and find some kitten. He will bring the kitten to the home without asking the parents, because he's making the decision. Like, he brought the pet and that's it. He decided that he's going to take care of it. And usually those children are very, very responsible, so he's actually going to take care of that pet. So try to be very soft and understanding with this child. Those are great children. They're very talented, energetic, independent, and also very, very responsible. So you can even give some responsibility to this child and he will do it, and you will not need to be even worried about anything. So number 4, we have the Page of Cups, and the Page of Cups is the most sweetest child from the 4 pages. And by that I mean that he is the most gentle, he is the most artistic, and this child requires lots of love. This child really needs that you will love him, not in a false way. And I mean that if you had some argument with this child, you need to resolve that. You need to tell him that you love him and that everything is fine. You really need to make sure that he is going, for instance, to sleep with peace and without any argument or something nasty, because he's very, very emotional and he remembers everything, and it can really ruin his psychological development. I mean, he can have some difficulties when he will grow up. So you really need to make sure that you love this child always, not being harsh, controlling, or disrespectful. You really need to be gentle. This child requires true love. Like, those children requiring warmth, love, emotions from the parents. They really need that. So you need to provide that. For instance, if the Page of Wands is independent, he's taking care of himself. The Page of Pentacles is also responsible and likes routine. This child is all about love and emotions. So you really need to give that to that child. Really pay attention to what he's saying to you, what he wants, what he likes. Pay attention to the emotions of this child. Also, they are very good students. They learn very well. And usually they are artists. They will go to the profession of art or something with working with people, because they have a charm and they are very great actors. So in case that you will lie to that child and not show emotions and love, he will be deceiving and he can lie, because he can be like an actor. Those are born actors. They have great talent for that. So you really need to be loving and caring, and always pay attention to the emotions of the child. So anyways, that was a quick video. I hope you liked this video, and See you in my next videos, and goodbye.